This right here is Sony's newest flagship over-ear noise cancellation headphones, the XM1000xm5. Since their predecessors, the Mark IV, have been regarded as the best of the last generation, I'm very much interested to see if these will take their rightful place as the best headphones overall, again, or if someone is able to cling to the top instead. All that, including a binaural sound test, the obvious ANC and mic tests and more, will happen right after the intro. So it's actually been a while since these have been released to the market, exactly 6 months from this review. And the first time I saw them, they looked fucking futuristic. Sleek, reduced to the max, no dual materials, no different colors, no exorbitant outgoing plastic thingies sticking outwards. Just a plain and simply good looking, fresh design. This ranges from the headband itself down to the ear cups. Even though Sony booted the foldability of the headphones, they still feel very transportable and ready to be used anytime. Looking at the materials used, it's not plastic, even though you could think it is, but it's something Sony calls ABS, which is a mix of shredded, recycled car parts blended with mica to get to the finished look. It was first introduced in Sony's Link Buds and seems to be the way forward for their headphone lineup. The headband has been strengthened over its predecessors as well, now featuring an adjustable metal band and a pair of protruding sliders on the bottom. The band itself is covered in memory foam. The same goes for the ear cups, and overall this is smooth and very comfortable levels of wearability. The clamping force itself is ideal to my taste, and wearing this thing for 8 hours a day wasn't any problem at all. Besides materials and looks, Sony also changed everything inside of the headphones. The older 40mm drivers have been replaced by a 30mm carbon fiber composite hybrid one. Whoa, what a mouthful. And the experience shows when you take a listen for the first time, especially coming from a cheaper pair of headphones. But let's listen for yourself first. I've recorded a pair of binaural audio from inside the headphones. Use your own headphones for the full experience. opinion, the XM5s have everything you need when it comes to sound performance, bringing in the clarity on one side as well as the lower frequencies punch along the way. It's not always the most balanced headphones when it comes to reproduction, but what it shines in is very much giving the listener an experience and an immersion that they haven't heard before. In terms of words to describe them, I would love to use a term coming from the camera world, which is dynamic range, and the XM5 have quite a lot of that, but only when you begin EQing them to your taste. Out of the box, they are less potent when it comes to the lows and mids, so making them your own in terms of your preference is always a must. But after you've done that, they become more detailed, more spacious, and with some music even more punchy. Codec wise, you get the standard AAC, SPC and LDAC. The only one missing is aptX. And then there's also Sony's own DSEE Extreme overhaul, which upresses the sound as long as you have it on your phone. If you're longing for the best sound quality there is right now, this should definitely be in your list under the top 3 performers. As always, also very important to a lot of people is not only what the headphones can actually produce outwards, but also what they are able to pick up in the end. The XM5 uses Sony's new precise voice pickup tech, which uses 4 mics and some AI to reduce incoming noises. If this works as intended, can be heard right here. After hearing what it sounds like when I talk with the headphones on my head, trying to sound professional and very understandable in my non-native language. Und wenn ich dann ins Deutsche wechsle, klingt es wahrscheinlich für den größten Teil meiner Community, wie wenn ich auf einmal ein Alien wäre. Nicer Scheiß. Oh, so that's how my voice sounds like when using the Sony WH-1000xm5 headphones. Feel free to comment down below if this is good enough for you or if an external mic would be something you'd rather use. Battery life has made a significant jump over the last 2 to 3 years when it comes to headphones. Interestingly enough, the XM5s have only slightly more runtime than the 4s, giving you 40 hours of runtime without ANC and 30s with, which is still very good and plenty of juice in the tank for all of your everyday needs. But seeing the competition move forward in this regards, such as Sennheiser's Momentum 4, which has 60 hours, or 3 times cheaper, one more Sonoflows, which have 70 hours, 30 seems a bit on the lower side in comparison. But Sony's fast charging gives you 5 hours of runtime in 10 minutes, and with the fast charger can give you 4 hours in 3 minutes. Next up is what makes these headphones the gold standard when it comes to Bluetooth noise cancelling headphones. Yeah, you heard it right. Its ANC performance is top notch due to Sony's V1 processor, which coincidentally was also used in the XM4s beforehand. But due to some clever optimization and use of automated ANC technology, the XM5 powers straight through the front of the pack. Not only do they do a great job when it comes to focusing on low frequencies, which was also great in the 4s as well, but now Sony also targets frequencies in the mid-range and they doubled their microphones from 4 to actually 8. And all of this works automatically in conjunction with Sony's headphones app. It's tracking where you are moving around, where you're using the headphones the most, and optimizes the noise cancellation according to it. For me, this is the best noise cancelling experience I had in recent years when it comes to over-ear headphones, and shows why Sony is called best when it comes to ANC performance. It's quite impressive going from a lot of noise to actually, well, near silence in a fraction of a second. Surprisingly, what they aren't good at is unusual, well, traffic noises, which are coming through quite clearly, such as horns, beeps and other sudden loud spikes. I really liked what Apple did with the AirPods Pro 2s and their ability to filter out or quiet down those distinct sounds, so I'm looking forward to having Sony implant that into their lineup in the upcoming headphones and earbuds. And of course, here's an ANC test for you to actually listen to what the XM5s are able to produce. Let's shortly go into features of the headphones before talking about some of the negative points that I've come across, and then there's my conclusion in the end. Feature-wise, there's a lot that Sony drags along their lineup, such as quick attention, where you cover the right ear cup with your hand to have a conversation with a lowered music volume. There's also the before mentioned DSEE Extreme, which upscales lower res quality compressed music to a higher res quality, and it still works very good in the XM5s. And then there's Sony's Wearability Detection, which uses a proximity sensor in your left ear cup, this one is left, which is hidden from sight, that now detects if your headphones actually off and when you put them on again. It works super fast and very flawlessly and makes the user experience with the XM5s much more seamless and, well, I don't really like the word, but buttery smooth. And then there's Multipoint, which works also almost natively between two devices, such as a notebook and a phone, for example, in my case, two Apple products. Being connected to both at the same time gives you the ability to intercept calls on the same headphones, and this is something that I normally regularly miss when using headphones which block out noise. But when this option is ticked to on in the headphone app, it disables your ability to use LDAC codecs at the same time, just for you to be aware of. And now let's quickly talk about the downsides of the XM5s. One issue that, well, some users have reported online is that the headphones can become uncomfortable after extended wear for, well, said users, particularly if you have a larger head or ears due to its smaller size ear cups. Additionally, some users may find that the noise cancelling technology, well, is not quite as effective as they would have liked, and that is actually particularly the same thing in loud environments that I've mentioned before, but it's something that I rarely experience and is only a minor gripe. And finally, the battery life of the headphones can be a bit of a concern, with some users reporting that they need to be recharged more frequently than they would like to. But overall, Sony's WH-1000xm5 headphones are still a great choice. But of course, it's important to consider these potential downsides before making a purchase. Also weird, the XM5s aren't waterproof, so when it's raining outside, consider not using your €400 headphones outside. Also, sweat resistance, so using them in the gym isn't a good idea either. And now let's get into my final verdict with the Sony XM5s. These headphones are a great choice for anyone looking for high-class, high-quality pair of noise-cancelling headphones. They are comfortable to wear for longer periods of time and have a sleek, fresh and modern design. The noise-cancelling technology is top-notch, cancelling effectively everything out in background noise and allowing you to focus on your music or other audio. The sound quality is also excellent, with deep bass and very clear highs. Overall, the Sony WH-1000xm5 headphones are a great investment, which also means they are very expensive for a pair of headphones, but for anyone in need of a premium set of noise cancelling headphones, these should rank among the top 3 pairs to decide from. As always, my name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. There are plenty more of this type of content and many other things available for you to watch. Have a great day, see you around, and goodbye.